Hi, it's Debbie Williams, and today I'm going to talk about jealousy and how you can help yourself. So, if you find that you're being driven by your jealousy and you can't stop it, perhaps you've actually wrecked relationships in the past because of the obsessiveness of pretty much wanting to know what the other person's doing and looking into every aspect of their life, perhaps sneaking and reading their phone messages, perhaps logging into their email account, and pretty much just, well, making your own life a misery because if you find something that's innocent, you could perhaps blow that out of proportion. If your partner talks to somebody else, you've all of a sudden you've seen a movie in your mind of them doing something that they shouldn't, and then you've punished this person for this act, even though they've not actually done anything. Now, jealousy is driven by an intense fear and insecurity. It's a very young emotion that's not grown up with the ability of seeing things from different perspectives. The fear is that, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, and that perhaps from childhood you may have had that thought and it's driven you to succeed in other areas in your life. I quite often see clients that are very, very successful in what they do, but this aspect of their personal life is out of control and it's sort of ruling them. They're able to sort of lock into when they're at work doing what they need to do, but their personal life or their relationships are just a mess because of their behaviour. Now, how I work with people who come for jealousy, well, everybody's different, but a general way of describing it is that I would help that person to see things from a different perspective. So I would gather, say, 5 or 6 times when they've lost it, and then I'd maybe get them to step into the shoes of maybe a friend who's not jealous, or we'll draw somebody from the media. So I don't know, if it was a woman maybe stepping into Davina McCall's shoes to see, well, how would she have handled that situation? Or if it's a bloke, step into Richard Branson's shoes to feel the sense of security that he feels in his own skin and the sense of self. And so when we do this and we gather sort of lots of resources from the past of times when you have been empowered, because this is almost like a segment of who you are, but it can overpower part of your life so that it's there in the background destroying things, really. And it doesn't have to be that way. Somebody who's good at NLP could in theory help you. That said, there's lots of people out there who've done a course and not necessarily practice anything that they've learned, and so they may bring in their own equation to it rather than actually use some strategic techniques that can help you to process your thoughts and change the TV in your mind. Because what happens is, I've had clients say to me that they've actually, when their partners come home at night, they've gone and they've found their underpants and looked in for evidence of whatever, or it's ridiculous, and they know they're being ridiculous, but they're compulsed to do it, and it is driven by this intense fear and insecurity that you're going to be rejected, that you're going to be, put on the shelf, you're not good enough. And quite often somebody who's jealous and insecure may have a string of relationships in the past where they've been promiscuous and they've dumped the person before the person's dumped them, because they've got their needs met of a certain amount of attention, but before they've got into any depth in the relationship, they've exited it before they've got hurt because they're in control. But this is quite damaging, because then when they meet somebody that they start to think maybe this could be the one, what fires up is, well, what if they're kind of like me? What if they, screw around? What if they do this, this and this? And that starts wrecking the relationship. I'm going to put a couple of links below. There's I think it's called Stop Jealousy or Freedom from Jealousy, has got an exercise in there, an NLP exercise. It's like a program. There's a trance track there, but there's also some other tracks that help use some processes that you can overcome your jealousy. Also, my heal the inner child, because this pattern has come from a very, very young age. And as you know yourself, once you're locked into it, you are in a trance state. You're in this state of imagining that they've done something or they could be doing something, and you're buying into that reality. And no matter what the partner's trying to say, I haven't done anything, I haven't done anything, you can't get out of that until you've sort of calmed down. And so, oh, my chair's sinking. Oh dear. I bought a chair from a charity shop because my one broke, because my son was whizzing round on it. And I saw one. I thought, oh, that'll do. And I now realise why it was in the charity shop. It was only 20 quid. And every now and again you sit on it and it suddenly goes down. So actually that's a better angle for the camera, really. Anyway, I've gone off on one. So I'm going to put a couple of links. But also I've set something up recently that if you wanted to have a chat with me, if you downloaded up to sort of £80 worth of my products, I'm quite happy to chat with you, you know, a coaching session for free over Skype to guide you in the right direction. You can do this work by yourself, and my recordings will help you to do that because they help you process your thoughts. Also, a lot of free stuff on my website of processing negative thoughts will help. But like the reason why top sports people are so good, I'm going down even more, is because they have a coach. You know, they have a coach that picks them up when they're down, and they have a coach that pushes them when they're doing their well to do even better. So it's not that they're just a fantastic sports person, they have a team around them. And so maybe being open to having, you know, some coaching by somebody, not necessarily me, who you feel that you've built up some trust in, and that you think, yes, maybe this person can help me to process these lower emotions. And, you know, it'll be the best thing that you ever did. I'll also put a link to my page on my website, and you'll see, I think there's probably at least 15 video testimonials of people who've come to me, including, I think there's Dee, who had jealousy for 25 years. Most clients don't want to do videos, they just want to get it sorted and keep it private. So it's sort of a representation of, you know, the hundreds and hundreds of people I've seen over the years. But please don't think that you can't overcome this, because you can, and it can be relatively quickly. I normally work with people 2 to 3 sessions, or, you know, if you want to download my free Stop Worrying, if you like that, it won't cure the jealousy, but it'll lift some of the stress, and then go on and get my Stop Jealousy one, which is £19. And it's got quite a lot of stuff in there that you can work through yourself. And, you know, if you get my free Stop Worrying, Create a Wonderful Life one, it also gives you free life coaching each month to say, well, what have I achieved this month? What's gone well? What's gone to plan? What hasn't? So it's, again, it's that gentle coaching. The only difference between that and when you come and see me, it's specific to you when you see me. And also, I expect results, and I don't let you get away with it. I make you accountable, and I help give you the motivation to want to do it. So, okay, it's great talking to you today. Bye now.